All right, YouTube, man, I'm back in the building. You already know what it is. It's the Gaming Guy 7414, man. Free Larry Hoover, man. You already know what's up, man. Look, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already did that. If you watch any of my other content, man, I'm always dropping gems, man, on offense and defense, showing you clips of my gameplay, playing online against competitive players. I'm finna upload another defensive video right now, so I'm finna teach y'all, man, how to stop getting killed by a whole lot of bull. Lockdown defense, man, whether you playing off ball or on ball, man, these tips right here are gonna help you out. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you. So y'all go ahead and tune in, man. Let's go ahead and get to it. So first things first, man, you gotta go into the defensive settings. So as I told you before, you gotta, in order for you to play a play now with your defensive settings, you gotta do it from here. If you don't know that, now you know. So you have to do it from here, and it will save from there. Everything or whatnot. So they say, so look, check this out. So first things first, we playing against the Hawks. So we all know the Hawks, the primary ball handler is going to be Trey Young. So what you want to do, since Trey Young is going to be the main scorer and the main ball handler, you want to put the best perimeter defender on Trey Young. So Darius Garland, obviously, he's perimeter defense is decent, but he's also like the same height as Trey Young, and Trey Young's going to kill him. You can also put Donovan Mitchell on him, but considering the fact that the Hawks, they don't really have like too many good decent players, I can sacrifice. I will put DeAndre Hunter. He's the best defender. Put him on Trey Young, and then what you want to do for the person that's not the best scorer, you can put your worst perimeter defender on him. So I don't see anybody really just going out and balling with Dyson Daniels. So I can put Darius Garland on him, and then I can go ahead and put Donovan Mitchell on him and everything or whatnot. And then everybody pretty much else is self-explanatory. He's not a shooter. If I wanted to, honestly, I can put Evan Mobley on Trey Young and put DeAndre Hunter on him. Just because they're both defenders. Nobody's really just balling out with Niang. So that's what you want to do first. You want to make sure you get your best perimeter defender on the main ball handler. So then after that, what you want to do? So since Trey Young, he's a superstar. I tell a lot of people, do not play on tight or smother. I used to play on tight or smother, but trust me when I say that's not the way to go. Especially playing against like a AI. If you're playing like off ball, like it's a guarantee majority time that superstar player like Jalen Brunson's, Trey Young's, Kyrie Irving's, Giannis, anybody that has strong dribble, they're gonna burn past you every time. So what I like to do is play moderate. If you not to play good on ball defense, moderate, you can obviously time and you know exactly what you need to do far as when you like playing against a comp player or whatnot. Now if you do play a little off ball, I will tell you this, you would definitely have to click back on sometime and everything, because if you're playing off ball, the computer pretty smart, but if a person knows the tricks on how to beat the AI, you definitely in some trouble. So I like to put everybody on all moderate and everything and whatnot. So since Trey Young is a pure shooter, I don't expect anybody to send him back door. So what I would do, I will put him on tight. So that way you never give him any space to shoot. So your main defender is definitely going to stay on him. Also with force direction, I normally used to leave this on automatic, but I prefer to put it on middle now because nobody really driving baseline because baseline been fixed. So a lot of people going right out of bounds. So as soon as they try it, so it's over with. So what I like to do, I like to force everybody to go middle. So then, like I said, so Trey Young for his off ball, put him on tight. So that way, because obviously you just leave him like that because nobody gonna send him back door. Also, since he has a fast shot, I would definitely say go over on his shot because the dude got a fast release. Players like Trey Young, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, um, probably even Klay Thompson too. People that got real fast shots, LaMelo Ball, people that got the fast shots, you want to play go over on them or whatnot. Because especially if the player you're playing against, if they can shoot, yeah, go over. If they can't really shoot, you could sacrifice and go under. So players I know that have slow shots, like DeAndre Hunter has a slow shot, so I would go under on him. No homo. Jalen Brown, he has a slow shot. You could take that under as well. You don't have to go over on his shot and everything or whatnot. So I would definitely Dyson Daniels. His 3 pointer is not that awesome, so you don't really find too many people putting too many pick and rolls on him. But I'll put him on go under as well. Everybody can go on go under. Um, he actually can shoot, but you don't really have to worry about like a lot of people just killing you with Onika and everything and whatnot. But also, what I would do with Onika, since he can possibly shoot, I would put it like on gap and everything, because a lot of time when a lot of people use like players like Trey Young, a lot of people don't really get their whole team involved and use a 5 out team, correctly, but you could do a gap, because his 3 pointer is not that good, but he can shoot threes, or you can just leave it on moderate and everything. Players that can't shoot like that, like Giannis don't have a high 3 ball, so you can put Giannis on gap or leave them and everything. But I think for a player like him, if the player can shoot, leave him on moderate and let it be, and you just gotta pretty much go from there and everything or whatnot, So also when it comes to the heads, I like to play on no hedge. I know some people that play on soft hedge. I did play on soft hedge before, but man, this soft hedge, it can get a little iffy sometime and everything. Hard hedge, you never want to do that at all. See, the only thing about with the no hedge though, if you read the negatives, it's tough to guard against the mid range jumper and everything. So you don't really have a lot of people that'll get you off the pick and pops, but it is possible. If a person is a comp player, they know to go ahead and get behind the screens and pop you on the mid range, then yeah. So then what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna definitely have to do a lot of switching. You might have to off ball and send your other player over, to bait them, and then just to run back to the other side for the steal, just in case they pass it back and everything or whatnot. Because at the same time, I always say I'd rather give up a 2 pointer than a 3 pointer. So always remember that. One thing for sure with how the NBA is now, you definitely need to have threes, because you can't win a game really with just straight 2 pointers. Not saying it's not possible, but it's a small chance. If you give up more twos than threes, trust me, the game will go in your favor, or the game will be way close. So just think about that. So if they do give up a mid range, hey, 2K, they got the momentum where you can be hot for a minute and then that's it'll die down. So just my thoughts on that. And for the on-ball screenless center, like I said, go over. So on a stay attached, I put this on always. You could do only on screens and everything or whatnot. But the thing is, if you have a defender that's not that good, that can't get around the screens, or doesn't have pick dodger, yeah, you might be in some trouble and everything or whatnot. But the good thing about only on screens is if you have a person setting the pick and they also fade, that means they will never leave them. But the only thing about it though, if you're guarding the own ball player and the own ball player is deciding to drive, and if you don't know how to get around that screen without bumping into him, you're going to end up behind your the ball handler, and you're going to give up an easy bucket for a layup and everything. So just know, if you do plan on always only on screens, just make sure you're reading that screen right. If you're going over or going under, just make sure you get around it where you don't get bumped. So just heads up on that. All ball, I put that on go over. Obviously, so for the postman, I like this one. My favorite one is 3/4 top. Me, I'm a good rebounder. I also have good IQ on far as how to box out my opponent, especially on a for a rebound. I know a lot of people like to put it on behind. See behind. Now look, this this is a good setting. I know a lot of people that use it, but I don't. But behind is good for players that has a high steal, like an interceptor badge. So people like Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, a lot of the people that have them type of defenses and everything or whatnot. This would be behind would be a good. That'd be a good setting to put and everything, because you can definitely, a lot of time, a lot of people do pick and rolls. They got a habit of throwing it right down to the big man. So obviously, if you got the player doing that and they just basically get in front, so not behind, but let me just say front. Sorry about that, front, not behind, front. So a lot of times, I'm saying with the person when they set the pick and roll, so meaning the player that's doing the roll, they might end up behind you while you're in front of them and everything or whatnot. And see on the bottom, when a lot of people make that pass, it's always going to be more than like an interception, depending on depending on the player that's actually guarding them, and everything and whatnot. But the downfall of that, the giving up the rebound position, which you can't box them out because you're going to be in front of them and everything. So you got to be ready. You got to have high IQ if you're planning on playing with that, and you got to make sure if you're going to actually play on user, trying to get the still on that pass, then you're good. But if you once you miss it, just know it's all bad. So I like to keep it on this one and everything, because, like I said, I'm pretty good at boxing out by defender, getting the rebound and everything and whatnot, especially when the ball go in the air. After you've been playing 2K for a while, you kind of get used to the timing. So I like to leave it on that. And double team, I put that on manual. I don't like double teaming unless I have to, but I do it manually. I just call it myself instead of just having it on auto. Switch off ball. I just leave that on auto. You can switch. You can put it up. I like pre-rotate because a lot of time when you got players, especially if you're playing on 5 out, if you put this on yes, a lot of time your players they will stay exactly across the court where you need them to be instead of them cutting everything. A lot of people don't know about this setting though. If you leave this on yes, a lot of times when you need that player to stay in that corner and don't drive in, you can make that pass across the court. It's a small percentage that your pass will go out of bounds. So I like to put that on yes. If you never use it, just try it. I'm telling you, you'll see exactly what I mean. Screen, always no help. No help on the drive, no help on the cut. Extend pressure. I don't really do that and everything. I know a lot of people that do, especially playing zone. If you're gonna do something like that, you can put in extend pressure like on Trey Young or Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all the ball handlers. You can put a extend pressure, but make sure you put the best defender on them or whatnot. And if you're gonna do that, if you're playing on ball, if you're really good at cutting the person off and doing that, then good. But if the AI is doing it, like I said, it's kind of risky, especially if they got the blow by bags. So just be careful with that. With the dribble handoff, let's say I go over on all these, and obviously the main thing, no threes. Never give up threes. You want to give up the two over the three. I'm telling you, 2 pointers keep the game super close. 3 pointers make the game get real hard for you. So no threes. So right here, man, all the settings that I just gave you, man, make sure you do this before you go into a play now. You have to go play now line. You have to go into a regular play game, and then you have to do the settings from here. So then once you do everything from here, once you go and play now, your settings will be saved. Just go back and double check it because you're gonna get like I think like a 3 minute countdown before the timeouts go out and everything. So, man, so that's all you got to do, man. So, like I said, if you're playing against some ball dominant players, like I said, Trey Young, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry's, all the people like the Bucks. If it's going to be the Bucks, it's going to be Damian Lillard and Giannis. So obviously with Damian Lillard, you want to put the best defender on Dame and put the best defender on Giannis. So like with the Cavs, I will put DeAndre Hunter on Damian Lillard, and I will put like Evan Mobley. Keep Evan Mobley on Giannis, depending on what a person put Giannis at, and then like that, man, you good to go. So, man, I hope this right here helped y'all, man. And I hope y'all end up hitting that like and subscribe, man. And until then, man, let's get to the next one, man. Peace out, y'all.